Rice is picked from a field and they take it to a processing plant.
Right.
And instead of just giving it to us in its best state, they process it.
Right.
And to make it pretty and white at your table, they add starch to it.
Ah, okay.
So then they add, the enrichments and the vitamins and all that. Well, we need to wash that off, otherwise the rice will stick like a big ball to itself.
Big clump of glue.
Right.
All right.
And it'll taste gummy in your mouth. And, a lot of people don't like to make rice because they don't know that they are supposed to wash.
I didn't know about washing the rice.
Now, to wash the rice, I've already measured the rice in this pan. And it's just, I buy the parboiled rice, long grain rice, which means that it's been partially de-done.
De-done?
Yeah, because if you buy the totally white rice, it means that they've cooked it and cooked it already, peeled off all the outer goodness. See, if you notice, my rice isn't white.
Right.
Okay, some of the husk is still left on. It's parboiled white. So I like this one, but they still add the starch and they still add the stuff. So I need to take it to the water under the sink, and I'm actually going to take it in my hand and go like this.
Just kind of.
I'm going to rub the rice on the rice, and as it does that under the water, it's going to rub off the starch.
Okay, so you're really washing it. You're not just going to rinse it. You're going to wash it.
I'm going to wash it, and I'm going to wash it to the point where it probably takes me about 4 to 5 or 6, depending on the quality of the rice, the where I bought it,
they added,
until the water runs almost clear or clear.
Okay.
Okay, so let's go to the sink.
Let's do it.
This is the first washing. You cannot see my hand inside the water.
Wow.
Okay.
I never realized there was that much in there.
Yes, there is a lot of starch. So here's the rice, but I'm washing the starch out. When I can't see my hand, I take the pan, and this is the tricky part, is not to lose rice. And I just start draining. When the rice gets almost to the edge, that's when I put my hand here and I cup it and just make the excess drop out. Here's wash number 2. My hand still can't be seen. Okay, so I still have a lot of starch in there. So I drain it again. Okay, now look at this. It's almost clear. And you can see my hand in the water.
I never realized there was that much. I knew there was starch in rice, but that was a lot. What was that, 4 or 5 washings?
Yes, this is 5. This is number 5.
What is this crazy metallic beehive you have going on the stove here?
It's called a steamer. And you can buy these at Oriental markets or even the Mexican grocery stores because they steam tamales. Yes.
Right.
So, and don't spend a lot of money on them. I mean, this one probably costs $5, $6.
Really?
Wow. And it's, really cheap metal and everything, but it works fantastically great. So it's a 2-layer steamer. What I do is I put water in the very bottom and bring it to a boil. And now the steam you see is the water boiling. We're going to put the big fish, the whole fish, and the bottom one.
Right.
And we're going to start it first. Since the fillets are thinner and you don't have to go through bones and skin, we're going to put that in about halfway when the fish is cooking.
Okay. So we need the fish.
We need the fish, and Mr. Noah has the fish.
Excellent.
Isn't that pretty? All right. Why don't you, David, would you hold that, and I'll take the top layer off.
Okay.
It's very hot. And we're going to put the fish right.
Oh, you just put the whole thing in?
Yes. We're going to put the fillets on the top.
Okay.
Okay. So, Noah, you have the timer? Let's put 18 minutes on the timer. And that's for the fish.
All right.
And when the timer...
Now, is it 18 minutes total on the fish, or 18 minutes, then we add the fillets?
It's 18 minutes total.
Total.
So when the fish is around 12, 11 minutes into, less left of cooking, we'll put the fillets on top.
Okay.
And we're going to put the fillets in. Thank you, Noah.
Watch that steam doesn't get you.
Exactly.
That's hot.
And you see how hot it is. It's steaming the fish on the first layer, and it's going to steam that other fish. So I have the timer set for the fish. In the meantime, we're waiting for the rice to come to a boil, and it's up on almost high.
Almost high.
And it'll start boiling, and when it's almost done,
Now,
we'll
you
put
don't
the lid.
stir it.
No, it's...
Okay.
No, you just kind of leave it alone. You've washed the starch. It's supposed to be as clean as you can get it.
Okay, and not having the starch will help keep it from scorching to the bottom as well.
Right.
Aha, another great trick.
Rice is right now boiling. And what it's doing is it's boiling away the water into it and also up out of it, because remember, steam is water. So it's absorbing what it needs, and it's forming little steam vents. And as it does, it'll get drier and drier. And when the steam vents are real distinct little holes, we're going to put the lid on it. But see how the vents are real distinct?
Yes.
Okay, when that water stops being so high, when it goes a little further down, I'm going to put the lid and lower the heat. And it'll simmer for 12 minutes. And then we're going to go to the wok.
All right.
You know, I leave it between next to low and low.
All right.
And put it on for 12 minutes like that. And it does its thing. You just don't open it.
Just leave it alone.
Leave it alone. It's
All right.
steaming. All right, now the wok is hot. And I'm going to put the oil in there.
Little vegetable oil.
Little vegetable oil. And it's probably about a tablespoon or two. I don't use a lot because I have a non-stick wok. Now remember, the carrots are my biggest concern here, that I cook them first. So I'm going to put them in. And I'm going to sprinkle my salt.
Okay. And you're using medium to medium-high heat, closer to medium.
Right now I am, okay? And once I get my carrots to go, and I'm going to turn up the heat a little bit.
Okay.
I probably stir fry for about a minute or so.
Okay.
Now I'm going to add the snow peas. Okay, now see how the snow peas are starting to get dark green?
Yeah.
Aren't they pretty?
Yeah, that's beautiful. Part of the trick is use a relatively high heat so they don't just sit in that oil at a low temperature and absorb a lot.
Right. Okay, now I've got my bell peppers in there and my mushrooms. Now look at those colors.
Wow,
Isn't
that's
that pretty?
And about how long start to finish does it take?
The stir fry? Stir frying vegetables is very fast. I mean, probably 8 to 10 minutes at the most. This is the sauce we made up earlier, and the cornstarch kind of settled, so I'm going to stir it just quickly and pour it over my vegetables. And then stir fry the whole thing again. Making sure that all, you smell that? That smells good.
Yes.
Oh, I love that
Very
sesame seed oil mixed with that oyster sauce. Okay, now we're going to put the stir-fry vegetables on their plate.
The crazy looking beehive.
Okay.
Oh, beautiful.
Okay, that's the top layer.
You can smell that ginger. Wow.
Now I'm going to reach
Now it's
up
the
under
hard
here.
part, is getting that out.
Yep.
There you go.
Put that there. Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to lift that fish off of there and move it to its own fish plate.
Okay.
Okay.
Hold that. Get that nice and close. Oh, look at that.
Okay. Well, let's put the
Give 'em this.
sunglasses back.
This
There you
little
go.
flower.
Okay, we're going to leave that like that. Now you want to get the timer for me?
Okay.
And just go ahead and turn off the rice for me too, please. All right, remember we're going to put this soy sauce on both of them. So let's do this. Take some of this and just spread it over the fish right there.
All
Same
right.
thing. And you'll want a good thick layer on it.
There we go. Maybe a little more up here.
Yeah, and I'm going to push him into the plate a little bit. There you go.
Give him a little
Yeah.
chin whiskers there.
Now I'm going to pour some soy sauce over it and soy sauce over this.
Beautiful.
Okay, now we're not done yet.
Okay.
Okay, I've been warming up the oil and I'm going to pour some oil.
Smells good. Okay.
This is hot oil, vegetable oil.
Ah, listen to that.
Okay, and it sears the onion flavor onto the fish.
Nice.
Okay, with minimal oil usage. I'm going to fluff up the rice so that I can transfer it all to the bowl.
Wow, you weren't kidding. That didn't stick
No, not at
to
all.
anything. You could just rinse that out. You
Yeah.
wouldn't have to scrub that at all.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't stick because there's no starch sticking to it.
And here we have our tomato rose you made earlier.
Yep, here's our tomato rose. I'm going to lift it up carefully. I'm going to place my little leaves. And place my tomato rose right on the rice. And voila!
Look
We
at
have
that.
pretty steamed rice. Just a simple steamed dish and it looks pretty.
Everything smells incredible. It's beautiful to look at. What a presentation. Yasi, thank you so much
Thank you.
for having us over and teaching us how to make an authentic Chinese meal. And if you've got a great recipe you'd like to share with us, check us out on our website. It's yourplatesormine.net. Don't forget to send us an email. All these great recipes will be on there. And, you know, the only thing I can think of that might make this even a little better, maybe a little dinner music.
Yes.
We're classy around here. And I can't forget to thank our executive chef, Noah. We had too much great stuff to fit it all into one show, so go to yourplatesormine.net to watch how to make Iyasi's incredible almond cookies. All right, steamed fish is a traditional, I gotta stop saying all right. Now Anthony's gonna have, all right. Now he's gonna make fun of me on the bloopers again. Totally went the wrong way and now I'm coming back.